Look, I need to be honest before we get into this video. This is not a bashing iPhone video by any means. However, I do want to say that I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people that use their iPhone to film. Notably, there's one that I was just watching today, and it was just perfect because he was on an airplane. He's doing an airplane review, and he said it himself. iPhones are amazing for vlogging, for filmmaking, for a lot of different things. However, when you get into a noisy environment, when you try to film anything at a distance, if you're in a gym, any environment that is less than ideal, less than perfect, the iPhone or any other big smartphone falls flat. However, there's a fix for that. So Godox reached out to me the other day and said, hey, we have a new product, it just came out, it's actually designed for your smartphone, do you wanna try it out? And me at first, I was like, I don't really use my smartphone to film. However, I was interested, I checked it out, and so here we are today looking at the Godox Cube S. This microphone is really cool because they didn't design it to work with both smartphones and cameras, or primarily for cameras, but it also works with smartphones, or just smartphones and it also works with cameras. No, it only works with your smartphone. And I think that's probably the biggest selling point because this isn't something that's over-engineered to work on every platform. It's made to work with your phone. So we're gonna start off with easily my favorite thing about this microphone, and that is the opening mechanism. So it's spring loaded. Inside you get 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, and this receiver is what plugs in directly to your phone. And honestly, this thing's pretty simple. It doesn't take any form of power. It literally just plugs into your phone. And if you're thinking, oh, I wanna be able to charge my phone while filming, well, they already thought about that because there's actually a USB-C pass-through on the side of this so that you can still charge your phone in the event that you want to use this and your battery is dying. Now, I do want to say that this is the USB-C model. They also sell a Lightning model. So if you do have an older iPhone and you want that model, you can buy that as well, and I'll put that in the description of this video. Overall, what's really cool about this is, like I keep saying, it works with your smartphone. So they have an app and everything. It's super simple to get everything set up. You literally just go to the App Store on your smartphone, you type in Godox mic, and then you just click download. As soon as you plug it into your phone, you don't have to create an account, you don't have to do anything. It's super simple and it shows you all these cool features. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me just show you how it works. All right, so I have my phone pulled up with the Godox mic app. I also have the mic in my hand, so you can kind of see on the screen right now, everything is moving. It is detecting my voice, so I can turn the volume up, I can turn the volume down. You can see what the battery life is. It also has different noise cancellation levels, so it has gentle and it has intense. But if you don't want to use the app, you can also just press the button on the side of the microphone, and then as you can see in the app, it just turned on, pressed it again, turns off. So that's kind of cool. If you do want to use gentle mode, you just open up the app, you press that, and it works. Also, if you want to use this hands-free, so say someone else is filming for you and you don't trust them to start recording, you can always just double tap the little button on the side, the same button that you use for the noise cancellation, and it will start everything up right from there. Another thing, and this is a huge bonus for Apple users, but this thing actually works with Apple's Find My. So you can actually pair this right out of the box to your smartphone. That way, if you ever lose it or misplace it, instead of trying to hunt for it for hours, you just ring it on your phone and it'll just start pinging it. So that's kind of a cool bonus. It's something that not a lot of other microphones on the market do. So that's a huge selling point from Godox, at least in my book. Before I get too deep into this, obviously, I want to show you guys how this microphone sounds. So I'm actually going to go to the park because I feel like that's going to showcase it best. All right, so this is what the iPhone 15 Plus camera sounds like. This is just no noise correction, kind of windy. There's some birds in the background. Now we're going to go ahead and put on the Godox Cube S. So Godox Cube S, audio quality. I have it mounted in my shirt. You guys probably just heard me tap that. I hope it didn't screw up the audio too bad, but actually I'm gonna stand right here. So this is really loud if you can't tell. This is like a drain, but then if I go and I click this on, looking to make sure it turned orange, yeah, it turned orange, which means now we're in noise cancellation mode. So what does my voice sound like? Is the audio quality really good? Is it really bad? Can you still hear it next to me? Can you not hear it next to me? I'm gonna keep walking, see if that changes anything. I'm gonna turn it back off. So this is what normal audio sounds like. So if you wanted to be an iPhone vlogger and have people look at you weird at the park, this is the option for you. But now, if you don't want to be a travel vlogger and you just want to be able to use your phone like this and do shots from a long distance, so say you're doing like workout videos, or you have someone else filming for you like I do right now, then you can do that, because right now you can hear me perfectly crystal clear, even though I'm about 20 yards away from my phone. Now granted, this microphone itself is rated for about 300 meters or 1,000 feet, so I could probably go all the way back in there. I won't, because I know that there's ants. However, I could if I wanted to, so I'm not going to prove that, but I could. Now, alternatively, the other thing is, if you don't want your audio to sound good, then you would just not use a mic and it would sound like this. So did I convince any of you guys that I am a professional iPhone vlogger? Because if that's the impression you got, you're probably watching the wrong video, because I am not a vlogger. I don't do iPhone vlogs. I don't know how people do that. Like this guy that I watch films in the airport. Couldn't be me. I'm gonna try it one day, but couldn't be me, at least not right now. But that's not what this video is about. Instead, we're still talking about the Cube S, which in my opinion, sounds pretty good. The noise cancellation, it's a solid like 7 out of 10. It's not the best on the market, but it's also not the worst. It's very comparable to like the Hollyland Larkin 2, which is another amazing microphone. It's very similar in size. Actually, it's almost identical in size and weight and specs, It is a good comparable microphone now that I'm thinking about it, but this microphone is just as good. And by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but this microphone only cost $109, which in my opinion is kind of a steal considering everything that you get. The fact that it has a dedicated app that works with the microphone, and then all the features that it's packed with, it's got a great range, it's got a great battery life. There's not really a whole lot more you can ask for. But if you do want to buy this for yourself, let me show you some of the stuff that it actually comes with. So when you do order the Cube S, it will come in this nice semi-hard premium carry case. It's very similar to all of the other ones that Godox uses. However, this one is just as nice. They didn't seem to cut any corners. Inside, there are 2 separate sections. On the top half, you have a divider that houses the USB-C charging cable as well as the magnetic lanyard. So if you want to mount it in different methods than what I showcased earlier, that's a great way to do it, especially if you're passing off the microphone to other people. Now moving to the bottom of the case, this is where you'll get the remainder of the accessories like the clips and the dead cats, as well as the fact that everything is cut out, including the spot for the microphones and charging case themselves. But circling back to probably my favorite part of this whole microphone kit is the charging case itself, because on the side it's powered via USB-C, which is included in the kit, and then there are 4 different LEDs showing your different battery levels. Then, as you kind of heard earlier, you just press it, it's spring loaded, and that's what houses both the transmitters as well as the receiver. So it's a pretty simple kit. There's not a whole lot that goes into it, but in my opinion, it's a really good bang for the buck. I would love to see maybe when this goes on sale what it looks at retail wise, because I'm thinking they'll probably end up selling this thing for a little bit less. This seems like more of the introductory price than anything. However, even at $109, it's a really good buy in my opinion. Now the thing is, I can't really find any faults with this setup. There are things that I would love to see. I would have loved to seen a way to make this work with my mirrorless camera. I already tried plugging it into the side via the USB-C port, and that didn't work. I didn't expect it to, because it needs some form of power, and my camera is not going to power another device. It's going to only draw power. It's kind of like a vampire, but that's really the only thing. Something that might be worth mentioning is the audio when it comes to noise cancellation. It's really good, but it does kind of get distorted at a certain point. And so in my personal opinion, I'm not going to use noise cancellation a whole lot. If I'm going to try to denoise things, I'll do a lot of it in post and I'll just use the normal mode. If I'm outside in a windy environment, which it was kind of windy earlier today, but I didn't really need to put on the dead cat because I can just mount it inverse in my shirt like I showcased earlier. And so now you're kind of set in that sense. Like there's no need to take the extra steps, if you kind of get what I'm saying. But what do you guys think? I mean, I'm not a big iPhone user when it comes to filming and vlogging, but maybe I will be. Maybe I'll start taking my phone out in places, because personally, I don't like filming on my big camera in public. It's just a weird pet peeve of mine. Maybe it's something I'm not comfortable yet because I haven't been doing this for too long, but hey, if I don't get comfortable holding this big thing, I can always hold this kind of big thing and use my Cube S. So I don't know. I'm pretty content with the Cube S. I don't know how else to feel about it, but let me know what you guys feel. How do you guys feel about it? Do you guys like the sound profile? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's a good buy, a bad buy? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that's where we're gonna wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.